Good morning. As Michelle introduced me, I'm Megan Franke. I'm a professor at UCLA in the Division of Urban Schooling. This is Keisha. When we spoke with Keisha, she was a first grader in Prince George's County, Maryland, not very far from here. We asked Keisha to solve the problem. Keisha has 6 beads. How many more beads does Keisha need to collect to have 13 beads altogether? Before I share Keisha's strategy, I want you all to think about how you would solve that problem. Let's watch Keisha.
Keisha has 6 beads. How many more beads does she need to collect to have 13 beads altogether?
7.
How did you do that?
6 plus 6 is 12, then you put 1 more, that's 13.
Thank you. I understand just how you solve that problem.
So do you all understand just how Keisha solved that problem? Did any of you solve the problem the way that Keisha did? Anybody? Keisha used what she knows about 6 plus 6 to help her solve 6 plus how many more equals 13. Keisha's strategy is supporting her to understand addition and subtraction, as well as the fundamental properties of arithmetic, particularly the associative property. However, in schools and classrooms across this country, Keisha would be discouraged from using this strategy. She would be asked to abandon this strategy and do it the school way, where all students have to solve problems in the same way at the same time. Imagine instead if we created classrooms where the diversity and richness of students' ideas were supported and developed. If we could do this, we would have many more students who were mathematically proficient, who saw themselves as capable and confident in mathematics, and who were prepared to innovate in ways that are going to help them solve some of society's most challenging problems. Fortunately for us, Keisha is not unique. She's quite amazing, but she's not unique. We have over 40 years of research that's been conducted in communities across this country and internationally that documents the strategies that students use to solve problems and how those strategies develop, so that we can identify strategies like Keisha's and we can predict what she's likely to do next, so that we can support her to learn more mathematics. Research also shows us that teachers have very good instincts about children's thinking. And when provided opportunities through professional development to learn about the development of children's mathematical thinking, make sense of it in relation to their classrooms and their students, the teachers change their classroom practice. They open up spaces for students like Keisha to explain their thinking, to purposefully engage in somebody else's idea, to extend their own strategies. In these classrooms, we know that students score better on measures of math achievement. And while that's the finding that we often are excited about, there's another finding from this work that I want to highlight for you today. And that is that this knowledge of children's thinking is generative for teachers. And what I mean by that is that when teachers have knowledge of children's thinking, they learn from their practice in ongoing ways. So that when we went to study teachers 4 years after the professional development was over, we found that teachers not only maintained their classroom practice, but many of them had improved their classroom practice. So research shows us that students can solve problems in a rich array of mathematically useful ways. We also see that teachers, when given the opportunity, can take up this knowledge and use it in ways that lead to math learning. But we also know that these opportunities for teachers are scarce. One of the reasons that they're scarce is because our current curriculum and assessment policies, which you've heard about a little today, are constraining teachers, particularly in low-performing schools. Teachers are not being able to use what they know about young people to teach mathematics. We also know that these opportunities are scarce because we have become fixated on short-term solutions, rather than considering and developing long-term strategies that enable teachers and schools to learn in ongoing ways. If we could adapt and change some of these policies and practices, we would have many more teachers and students who felt valued and supported, and we would come much closer to meeting our promise that each and every child learn mathematics. Thank you.